Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title, I am finally doing a little classroom reveal slash tour. Something really nice. Our kids will only come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday will be professional development. So it's just kind of a nice little transition back into school. So if you don't remember what the classroom looked like before, here it is. It was extremely cluttered, lots of boxes everywhere, kind of bland. I've got like this really bright blue wall that I don't particularly love, so I was trying to downplay that a little bit and change up my theme. Last year I did all of the bright colors, kind of like rainbows, things like that, and I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So I ended up purchasing Daisy Dreams from Ashley McKenzie on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll have it linked down below if you want to check it out. But the colors are just super calming and I really like them. So today's Saturday when I'm filming this, and I'm about to go and head over to my school really quick. We're not going to spend too much time there because I want to enjoy my weekend, because we do start school on Monday and I just want to relax and just spend some time doing what I would want to do. So let's go ahead and head over to the school. All right, I'm here at the school. I'm so excited to show you the final product. Obviously, it is not perfect. There are still some things that I want to change along the way. There are still some extra chairs in here that I would like to get rid of. Still haven't completely made my mind up about that. I did bring in the plant today, so I found its home. But overall, I'm so happy with it, and I can't wait for an exciting school year. Alright, so starting over here when you first walk in, I've got my Keep Learning, Keep Growing sign. I've got my How I Go Home thing. This is from TPT. I'm going to try and link everything that I can down below, but I just use little clothespins and I write their name, and if they ride a bus, I write their bus number, just so that I have all of my information right there by the door. I love how this birthday bulletin board turned out. I ended up printing off the months, and then I just actually printed off the little hexagons and wrote everybody's name on there. I just figured that was the easiest thing to do. And then over here, we've got our little morning center section. So I've got lots of different options for the kiddos, and actually I'll show you where I have on the board. It tells them what their table is for that day, but I've got different Legos, blocks, I've got different toys, we've got some stencils, drawing paper, all kinds of different things, Play-Doh. I like to give the kids options in the morning just for some fun play. Over here we've got our little easel set up. Actually, this was from the previous teacher or from somebody that had been in here before that teacher, but I actually love this little pouch. I'm not even sure where it's from, but we've got some extra crayons, markers to use for the easel paper, and then some dry erase markers. Also, it's just a really great spot for storage. And of course, we have our focus wall. I told you all about how I made this, and the focus wall part did not come with my TPT purchase that I bought, but I pulled the colors from one of the products and made one that would actually match my classroom theme. And right here, we've got essential question, because we do use wonders. We've got high frequency words, phonics skills, reading skill, and math skill. This little standing desk I absolutely love. I want to say it's from Michaels, I think. I've got this binder. This cute little cover actually came in my Teachers Pay Teachers bundle. And then my friend, who's actually my next door neighbor teacher, had this idea. She said she'd done it for years, but for this, we're actually going to be doing lunch numbers. So I have it where you can't see, but I use clothespins and I wrote all the kiddos' names and their lunch numbers. So that way, When we go to lunch, they just pick their clothespin, put it on their clothes, and then if they lose it, I mean, it's a clothespin. So I've just got some extra ones with a little Sharpie right there. And I think I'm just going to have its home be right here on this desk because it doesn't take up a ton of space and it's really close to the door, so we can easily grab that. All right, over here at the top, we've got our little helper of the day. I've attempted doing classroom drops before and it has never ever worked out for me, so I'm going to actually try helper of the day. I got the idea from Teaching the Tinies, I believe is her handle. And what I'm gonna do is take pictures of all the kids, and then every day or maybe even every week I'll change it out and put their picture right there. This came with my TPT bundle, so it's just our calendar. I didn't do the year, I probably should have, but I kind of was running out of space. So we've just got the days of the week, the month, and the day. This is how I keep up with morning centers. So I've got each table, and I might actually change some of these, but every day I'll just switch them. So like the top will go to the bottom and everything just like shifts down. But that way they're kind of rotating through the different morning centers every single day. We've got our magnetic counters. I love using these for math. Somebody bought me this cute little pencil thing with my name on it. I don't remember who. I think it might have come from one of my previous kids. Something that we're going to try that's new. So we use Heggerty for phonics, phonemic awareness, things like that. And so what we're going to do is each day we will tell the kids, like, you know, we're looking for a Heggerty hero, someone who's really involved and participating and doing a great job. And then every day I'll pick 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and then they will get to write their name up there and they will get some kind of small treat. I am super excited about this little piece of technology right here. I have not had a smartboard at all. This one is a Boxlight, and I honestly can't really tell you much about it, but I'm going to use it this year and I'm very excited about it. I love using the board as a way to display different books. I would love some of those magnetic spice racks or like the ones that you can buy on Amazon, but I haven't found any that I want to buy just yet. So if you have any recommendations for those, leave them down in the comments down below. But I just like to display different books. So I picked out a few for the first days of school. So obviously we've got The Night Before First Grade, and that's going to be something that we use in part of our plans. I Like Myself, I love that book. These two are also really great options. A Letter from Your Teacher on the First Day of School and Our Class as a Family. They're both written by the same person. Then we've got First Grade, Here I Come. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to read all of these, but they're just really good options for if I have a little bit of downtime and want to do something. Pigsty, I loved this book as a kid, and I think it's such a great way to teach the kids about keeping the room clean because I'm very much all about a clean room, and so I use this book to just teach them about how a clean room is a happy room. Love I Am Enough. It is such a fantastic book, and then I Will Be Fierce is also another really, really great option. Down here, I've got my little doorbell plugged into the wall. I don't use it all the time, but I do use it for just, you know, a quick little attention grabber. And then also something that I wanted to mention over here is where I keep these little magnets, and then right here I keep little mini anchor charts. So I've got like all of our different writing ones and then different skills that we're working on. So we've got like main idea and key details, and it's just really easy to keep them right here so they're easy to grab. And then I also have my little doorbell thing right there too. I am in love with my little desk setup. So if you've seen my little classroom setup video, you saw where I made my name tag for my desk. I love how it turned out. I included a tutorial in a previous vlog, so you have to go check that out. I'll link it down below. I've got our schedule on the board, and then this bulletin board I left completely blank because, you know, you always have kiddos that want to hand you in work, or if I have like something that we do, I can just really quickly staple it up or maybe even just use a push pen. So I've got hashtag best work ever. I did get a new chair this year. Very pumped about this. It's just a fairly cheap one from Walmart, but it's super comfortable. So I'll have it linked down below too. I think it was maybe about $50. All right, and then up here, I've got all of my little containers for things that I tend to grab quite a lot. So all of these came in the TPT bundle that I bought. I just changed them to say what I needed them to say. And then over here, my friend, also my coworker, got a giant fridge to go in her classroom. Not giant, but like it's a very good size and it's so cute. So she had this little mini one. And so I'm going to try to use it this year. You can't fit can't fit a ton in there, and I haven't even plugged it in yet, but I don't know, I might could store a few little drinks and breakfast bars in there. I've got my little curtains. I have honestly used these since my very first year of teaching, and I love them. They've held up really, really well. Up here on my bookshelf, I like to keep books that are mine and that I don't really want to be torn up. So these are just books that go along with our curriculum, and then right here I just keep books that are just special to me. And then right here I keep all of my student info, and then this one is for different assessments. And then I've got one to store my IEPs when I do get those papers. And of course it wouldn't be my classroom without me bringing in a plant. So this is the one that I've showed you guys before, but it's the 3-in-1. It's the rubber plant, fiddle leaf, and pothos, and I love the way it turned out. I was initially going to use this little plant stand, but it wasn't tall enough, so I actually just grabbed one of my small group table stools, and it gives it so much more height and it looks better. And then I actually love the way this little setup turned out. So I used to keep all of my copies in my rainbow card that's over to the right, but I changed it out so it's all on this one. It's more neutral. It's not the rainbow colors, it's just the clear ones. And I keep all of my copies for the week, plus some miscellaneous things to copy, things to grade. And then in the blank ones, I have some extra copy paper. I'm gonna put some cardstock, extra writing paper for the kids. And then I've got my printer on top with some office supplies right there. And then I don't love that I had to put the little math manipulative center right here, but I don't honestly have another great space for it. So right here, I just keep some extra math manipulatives so they're easy to grab. And then this little section over here, I love, it's so colorful and bright. So we've got our Time to Bloom sign that I actually made with the paper flowers that are from Amazon. And then I've got all of my library books. These little things are from Learning in Wonderland. She always has really great products. And then I've got the 2 lamps, and then I've just got some special little stuffed animals right here as well. And then on the bottom, I just stored some extra math manipulatives that I didn't have room for. We've got our book Hospital right there. Curriculum, all of that's curriculum as well. It goes along with our Wonders. This was the easiest way that I could find to store it. So I got these little crates and just put which unit they all belong to. So they were just really, really easy to grab. And then something new that I'm trying this year is actually having a specific spot for the kids to turn in their folder and agenda. Normally in the past, I've just had them put it on their desk and then I call up the different tables, but I'm actually going to try this. So this will be the folders home and the agendas home, and then I'll just be able to check them and then return them to the kids when they're ready. This little section over here is kind of going to be my student center. So it's going to be things that the kids need. If they need something, if they need extras, it's going to be stationed right here. So we've got our pencil sharpener with the dull and the sharp. This has been an okay system. I don't know. I'll have to keep you updated on how that goes. I might end up trying something else, but for now, this is what we're going to use. Then I've got some extra pencils, erasers, highlighters, writing paper, color paper, drawing paper, markers, crayons, glue sticks, and then first aid, so like Band-Aids. And then I also have little tooth bags. So if the kids lose a tooth, it says hip hip hooray, I lost a tooth today. It's so cute. But I figured having everything stationed right here, when it's time for writing, I can say, okay, table 1, go over to the student station and grab a piece of writing paper, and all they have to do is come over and grab their little sheet of paper. Some of them already brought in school supplies during open house, so that was good. So that's what all of that is. At the top, I didn't have a wonderful space for this, so those are all of my holiday books, and I like to display those during the season, the different seasons. So right now their home is going to be right there unless I find somewhere better to put them. Each table has a little table number, so that way it's just easy for them to remember which table they're at. And then I don't know if these will last all year. I only taped them down because sometimes if they spill water, it gets up underneath the laminating and it just looks really gross. So I figured at least for the first little bit of school, it would be nice for them to just be able to see the table that they're at. And then once they get the hang of it, if it kind of messes up, I'll just tear them up. Something new that I'm trying this year is, I actually attempted doing this last year. So I put Velcro dots on the back of every single chair. The Velcro dots that I used last year did not hold up, so I actually borrowed my friend's, and hers were way stickier than mine. But I actually have all of their name tags that are going to go on the back, and it has an alphabet and a number line. But I'm actually not going to put the name tags out just yet. You can see all of the chairs have the little dots, but what I'm going to do is wait. For the first 3 days, I'm going to kind of let them choose their seats because I do want to create a good seating chart. So for the first 3 days, They get to choose their seat, and then after I kind of observe and see who works well together, who doesn't work well together, I'll be able to create my own seating chart. And then last but not least, we've got my little small group table area. So this little red chair is actually from IKEA. I think I've had it since my very first year of teaching. And then I've got little stools that are from Amazon that each of the kids can sit at when I pull a small group. And then over here, I've got my cart that I just keep all of my supplies on. So like I've told you, we use Wonders. So I went through and I'm using these little pouches, which are really amazing. And I just went through and separated all of my decodable readers. So it's unit 1, 2, all the way through unit 6. And then right here, all of the things that I could possibly need for small groups. We've got some little erasers as treats. Kids will keep their intervention folders right there when we get them. I've got some little screeners in there for testing, extra supplies, a timer, reading manipulatives, math manipulatives. And then on the side, I actually have some little writing task cards. Obviously, we won't use those closer to the beginning of the year, but as the year progresses and they start to do more free writing, I've just got different writing prompts right there. I have loved taking you guys along this process. I'm really looking forward to a great year. I think before I leave, I'm just going to pray over my classroom, pray for all the kids in my classroom, because they have been placed in my room for a reason, and that's so important to remember if you're a teacher. Each and every single kiddo was put in your room for a reason. The difficult ones, the quiet ones, the loud ones, the crazy ones, every single one of them. So I am praying for you if you're a teacher. Let's make this year great, because at least for me, last year sucked. I'm ready for a redemptive year, something better. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind, hit that like and subscribe button and leave me a comment down below. What was your favorite part of the classroom? Do you have any tips and tricks for me? Let me know down below. I'm so excited that you guys are along for this journey, and I can't wait to see you in the next vlog. Bye!